Hey guys, just wanted to show you a new project we have, a DeLorean. So if anybody's familiar with the movie Back to the Future, here you go. Amazing car for the time. The doors were just something that never been seen. Just a really cool car. The clients had the car for a very long time, and we're doing a bunch of updates. So we're gonna update all the speakers, amplifier, we're gonna do some lighting, basically make it current, right? So give him some modern creature comfort and fix the stereo. It has a lot of things wrong with it because again, the stereo's been in here for probably 30, 40 years. It was top of the line stuff at the time, but it's been 30, 40 years. So technology has changed just a little. So we're gonna update it and clean up a bunch of stuff. So a lot of the wiring is also not ideal. There's just kind of a mess, right? So we're gonna basically gut it, remove all the old wiring, all the old equipment, and start over. Some of the equipment is staying just because it's cool and it still works. So even though it's ancient, but it's some cool stuff we'll show you. So it's kind of a throwback as far as the car and the electronics, the aftermarket equipment in it. So it's just kind of a cool thing to see. Give you a little example. So, except that they're destroyed, but these are the Kenwood speakers. And if you could see, the surround is completely rotted away. Back in the day, they used a foam surround, which is actually better, but it doesn't hold up, and that's what you end up with. Rear speakers, same thing, as you can see, gone. So the speaker technically still works, but because it has no suspension, they sound blown. Has the amazing old school, made in the USA Rockford 4600X Series 1 in pristine condition. This is wild. So back in the day, this was huge. This is how you set the crossovers. So you had these little chips, and you, by the way you oriented the chip or the type of chip, you could change the crossover point. That was huge back in the day because that was not really a thing that was available on an amplifier from whatever year this is. I'd be curious to see what year this is from, right? And then later on, we'll show you the radio, but it has an old school Kenwood, which is a hideaway, which again was like top of the line at the time. Again, the coolest things for the era.
So we're removing an old alarm from like the 80s on this car, probably original from the year of the car. But they had a lot of wires and tapped off each other back and forth. So the best way to do is take it all apart and pull all the old stuff out because it's running under the console. And then there's a second brain under the dash that it's hard to tell what does what. So we're just gonna rip everything out and start fresh.